Bill Hemmer is one of Fox News' most trusted faces, known for covering some of the biggest events in history. From the chaos of 9/11s to the front lines of the Iraq War, he's built a career on being where the news breaks. But while his professional life is an open book, his personal life remains a mystery. Fans have often wondered, why has this accomplished anchor never tied the knot? Bill is one of America's most trusted anchors, and also one of its most eligible bachelors. Despite brief links to stunning personalities like Dara Tomanovic, nothing ever turned into happily ever after. Could his demanding career explain it, or is there more to the story? Join us as we take a closer look at Bill Hemmer's personal life and see why marriage has never been part of his story. The early years of Bill Hemmer. Bill Hemmer was born in Cincinnati, Ohio on November 14, 1964, into a family that balanced hard work and education. His father, William Ronald Hemmer, was a successful executive in the mattress manufacturing industry, while his mother, Georgianne Mary Hemmer, dedicated her life to teaching and homemaking. Bill grew up as the middle child in a bustling household with 5 siblings, which undoubtedly helped shape his drive and sense of curiosity. Education played a key role in Bill's life early on. He attended Our Lady of Victory Catholic School and later graduated from Elder High School in 1983. It was during his senior year that a spark ignited his interest in broadcasting. Along with a friend, he launched a radio program that aired music for 15 minutes every morning before classes. Little did he know that this small endeavor would be the start of something much bigger. For his higher education, Bill chose Miami University in Ohio, where he majored in broadcast journalism. But his time there wasn't just about academics. He joined the Delta Tau Delta fraternity and spent time studying in Luxembourg as part of the university's European program. This mix of academics, social life, and travel broadened his worldview and prepared him for a career that would take him across the globe. A journey into journalism. Bill's career began with sports production at WLWT-TV in Cincinnati. This was where he discovered his love for live television. By the time he graduated, he had already secured a job as a sports producer, but his ambitions didn't stop there. He quickly moved on to a role as a sports reporter and anchor at WCPO-TV. At 26, Bill took a bold step that few would dare, a year-long trip around the world. He backpacked through places like New Zealand, Vietnam, Nepal, and Egypt, sending back reports, photos, and videos to a local newspaper and TV station. This unique experience, which he called Bill's Excellent Adventure, not only earned him 2 regional Emmy Awards, but also opened the door to a job at CNN. This period of exploration and storytelling laid the groundwork for his transition from local news to the national stage. It was clear that Bill wasn't just chasing a paycheck. He was chasing stories that mattered, stories that could connect people across the world. The CNN years, reporting from the front lines. Bill Hemmer joined CNN in 1995, marking the start of a decade-long journey that would see him cover some of the most significant events of our time. At CNN, Bill hosted several programs, including American Morning and CNN Live Today. But it wasn't just about sitting behind a desk. Bill was on the ground for major stories, earning the nickname the Chad Lad during the contentious 2000 presidential election recount in Florida, where he reported tirelessly for 37 days. The aftermath of 9/11s brought him to Ground Zero, where he stayed for a month, capturing the raw emotions and resilience of a grieving nation. His coverage extended beyond U.S. borders. Bill reported from Afghanistan during the early days of the War on Terror, and later from Iraq as tensions escalated. He also documented the refugee crisis in Kosovo and covered NATO's actions in the region. From the somber reporting of the Timothy McVeigh execution to the gripping rescue of miners in Pennsylvania, Bill demonstrated an ability to handle diverse and challenging assignments. His CNN years were defined by a commitment to bringing viewers closer to the heart of the story, no matter how complex or dangerous. Fox News and the next chapter. In 2005, Bill Hemmer joined Fox News and his career soared to even greater heights. His first assignment was covering the devastation of Hurricane Katrina in Louisiana. It was a baptism by fire as he reported on the chaos and human stories unfolding in the aftermath of one of the worst natural disasters in U.S. history. At Fox, Bill became the co-anchor of America's Newsroom and later hosted his own program, Bill Hemmer Reports. His on-screen presence and ability to break down complex issues made him a viewer favorite. Over the years, he covered everything from political conventions to international crises. During the 2008, 2012, and 2016 elections, Bill's Billboard segments became a highlight of election night coverage, offering real-time data and insights that kept viewers hooked. His work wasn't limited to politics, though. From the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting to the Boston Marathon bombing, Bill was often the network's go-to anchor for breaking news. Then, in 2018, Bill traveled to Helsinki to report on President Trump's summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin. A year later, he covered the nuclear summit between Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un from Vietnam. Whether reporting from the DMZ in South Korea or interviewing Attorney General William Barr in El Salvador, Bill's dedication to journalism remained evident, a farewell to America's newsroom. In January 2020, Bill Hemmer bid an emotional farewell to America's Newsroom after co-hosting the show for 12 years. This wasn't just a job for Bill, it was a chapter in his life that he had built alongside an incredible team. As he signed off, Hemmer took a moment to reflect on the relationships he had formed, addressing his co-host Sandra Smith and the crew behind the scenes. "I consider you a friend," Hemmer told Sandra, adding, "And Ben, I consider you a friend," as he gestured toward his stage manager. He emphasized the unity and camaraderie that defined their daily work, calling it really special and a cornerstone of what they achieved together. Sandra, clearly moved, added her own heartfelt words. "There is not a person in this building, inside or out, that you mention Bill Hemmer's name and they don't say, 'That's a great guy.' Because he is." Hemmer reassured his audience he wasn't going far as he prepared to transition to his next role anchoring Bill Hemmer Reports. He passed the reins of America's Newsroom to Ed Henry, joking about their friendly rivalry over the years. "Ed Henry has been trying to take me out at the knees for 5 years, Hemmer quipped, showcasing his signature humor as he wished his successor well. For viewers, this goodbye wasn't the end. It was just the beginning of a new chapter for Hemmer, one filled with exciting opportunities to showcase his sharp reporting and charismatic presence, a legacy of dedication and change. As Hemmer took on his new role with Bill Hemmer Reports, he continued to deliver the exceptional journalism he was known for. From interviewing Mother Teresa to covering political conventions, Hemmer had built a reputation as one of Fox News' most respected anchors. His signature billboard became a staple during election nights, helping viewers understand results in real time. In his first year with the new show, Hemmer reported on groundbreaking events. He traveled to Vietnam to cover the U.S. summit with North Korea, reported from Finland during President Trump's meeting with Vladimir Putin, and even conducted an exclusive interview with Attorney General William Barr in El Salvador. These stories highlighted Hemmer's commitment to being on the ground where the news unfolded. But in 2021, another chapter began. Fox News reshuffled its weekday programming, and Hemmer returned to America's Newsroom, this time alongside Dana Perino. The reunion brought Hemmer back to the show he had built, with fresh energy and a new co-anchor by his side. Outside his on-screen work, Hemmer also expanded his reach with his podcast, Hemmer Time, where he dives into issues, trends, and the ever-changing landscape of technology. He has also been a regular stand-in host for Fox News Sunday, the network's flagship weekend interview program. Whether reporting on Hurricane Katrina, the Boston Marathon bombing, or hosting in-depth political discussions, Hemmer remains a trusted voice in journalism. His work shows his dedication and adaptability in a fast-paced world. But for all his professional success, Bill Hemmer's personal life remains a mystery to many. While fans are familiar with his on-air charisma, He keeps his private life out of the spotlight. Bill Hemmer's private life. Bill Hemmer may be a familiar face on Fox News, but his personal life remains largely out of the spotlight. As the Emmy-winning journalist anchors America's Newsroom, he delivers breaking news to millions of viewers. But when it comes to his own life, he chooses to keep things private. One question that often comes up is whether Bill is married. The answer is no. Bill Hemmer has never been married. He has no children and seems to be single at the moment. Even though he's been in the public eye for years, Bill rarely shares anything personal on social media, leaving fans curious about what's behind the scenes. One of the few relationships Bill has spoken about was with Canadian actress and model Dara Tomanovic. The two reportedly began dating in 2005 and made their first public appearance at the Victoria's Secret fashion show that same year. They were seen together at events and even photographed as a couple multiple times, but the pair kept their romance mostly private. Their relationship lasted nearly a decade before ending in 2013. However, their split made headlines in 2014 when Dara faced legal trouble. She was accused of driving under the influence after crashing her Porsche in Manhattan's West Village. According to reports, she allegedly tried to use her connections, mentioning former Mayor Michael Bloomberg, to avoid arrest. Interestingly, after her breakup with Bill, Dara was spotted at the Royal Ascot races with Britain's Prince Andrew. Despite her public life, Dara never became Bill Hemmer's wife, and their relationship ended quietly. Another name often linked to Bill Hemmer is Sandra Smith, his former co-anchor on Fox News. The pair worked together on America's Newsroom, and their on-screen chemistry sparked dating rumors. Fans loved their dynamic and couldn't help but wonder if there was more to their partnership. However, those rumors were quickly debunked. Sandra has been happily married to John Connolly, a marketing professional, for years. The two share a beautiful family, proving that her connection with Bill was purely professional. Despite the rumors, Sandra and Bill have always been good friends and supportive colleagues. Megyn Kelly and other rumored connections. Megyn Kelly, another Fox News anchor, was also rumored to have been romantically linked to Bill Hemmer. The two worked together on various projects at Fox, and their friendship fueled speculation. However, both Bill and Megyn denied any romantic relationship, clarifying that they were simply close friends and colleagues. Marla Maples, the ex-wife of Donald Trump, also became part of the conversation in 2019. The rumors began after Bill and Marla were seen sitting together during New York Fashion Week. While some assumed they might be dating, the event appeared to be more of a social gathering than anything romantic. Dana Perino, a political commentator and co-anchor of America's Newsroom, is another name often tied to Bill Hemmer. Their excellent teamwork on the show led to whispers of a potential romance. Fans admired their easygoing banter and the way they complimented each other on air. But once again, this was just a professional relationship. Dana Perino is happily married, and her bond with Bill is rooted in their shared dedication to delivering the news. The two have never been anything more than co-anchors and colleagues. Now, what do we know about Bill Hemmer's net worth and career success? You see, Bill Hemmer is not just a familiar face on Fox News, but also one of the most accomplished journalists in the industry. With decades of hard work and dedication, Hemmer has built an impressive career that reflects both financial success and personal achievements. Earning approximately $3 million annually, Hemmer's net worth stands at an estimated $14 million, according to Celebrity Net Worth. While the numbers paint a picture of financial stability, what truly sets Hemmer apart is his commitment to his craft. From anchoring America's Newsroom to spearheading election night coverage with tools like the iconic billboard, Hemmer has become synonymous with professionalism and precision. Beyond his earnings, Hemmer's true wealth lies in his ability to connect with audiences during high-stakes events. Whether breaking down election results or reporting on world-changing events, he has earned the trust of millions. For Hemmer, journalism is more than just a job. It's a lifelong passion. Speaking of passion, did you know that for Hemmer, election night is like no other? The thrill of election night. The rush of breaking news, the endless stream of data, and the unpredictable nature of the results make it an exhilarating experience. As he explained, "I think that adrenaline gives you an energy sometimes that you don't know is actually there." That energy fuels Hemmer through the long hours, often well past midnight. But even adrenaline needs some help. Hemmer has a few essentials to keep him going: Altoids for fresh breath, an occasional Red Bull, and a slice of hot pepperoni pizza at 1 a.m. "Sometimes that gives you energy you don't expect," he joked, sharing his fondness for Joe's Pizza in New York City, which he calls the best. Preparation for election night starts long before the cameras roll. Hemmer is a self-proclaimed creature of habit, emphasizing the importance of staying disciplined in the days leading up to the big night. "You want to make sure you don't develop bad habits," he said, explaining how he prepares mentally and physically. By the weekend before, Hemmer is already focused on staying fresh, rolling into Tuesday with all the energy he can muster. Despite meticulous planning, election nights are famously unpredictable. Hemmer once recalled the 2000 presidential election, when he flew to Tallahassee to cover the recount. What was supposed to be a short trip turned into a 37-day marathon. Though he hopes for smoother outcomes now, Hemmer is always prepared to adapt. If things run late, he might dash to his apartment nearby for a quick nap before returning to the studio. One of the defining elements of Bill Hemmer's election coverage is his use of the billboard. This innovative tool allows him to break down complex election data in real time, giving viewers an inside look at how results are shaping up. "My feeling is if you're allowing the viewer to come into your process, you're going to win on that," Hemmer explained, highlighting the importance of transparency and education. The billboard isn't just about numbers, it's about storytelling. Hemmer uses it to connect the dots for viewers, making the night's events understandable and engaging. "It's a bit of an educational process that works both ways," he shared, noting how this approach builds trust with the audience. Preparation for this level of detail starts years in advance. Hemmer and his team began planning for the 2024 election as early as January 2021, refining their strategies and tools. From libraries in Sag Harbor to historic spots in Manhattan, Hemmer dedicated countless hours to research, ensuring he was ready for any scenario. Hemmer's passion for election coverage stems from his belief in its significance. "There's an authentic excitement to that when you do what we do," he said. His goal is always to bring clarity and insight to one of the most important nights in America's democratic process, the discipline behind the desk. While the excitement of election night may dominate the headlines, Hemmer's approach to journalism is rooted in discipline and consistency. Describing himself as a creature of habit, Hemmer sticks to a schedule no matter where he is or what story he's covering. This routine helps him stay focused and maintain his energy, even during grueling assignments. Coffee plays a role, but Hemmer is careful not to overdo it. "You don't want to burn through your stomach," he joked, sharing that he limits himself to a whole milk latte with 2 shots in the afternoon. It's just enough to get him through the evening without overloading on caffeine. For Hemmer, it's not just about physical preparation, but mental readiness too. He emphasizes the importance of staying fresh and sharp, especially when covering fast-paced, high-pressure events. And did you know that as election night 2024 wrapped up, Hemmer had another reason to celebrate: his 60th birthday, a milestone celebration amid the chaos. Known for his sense of humor and down-to-earth nature, Hemmer embraced the milestone with enthusiasm. "We're going to have a big party, no matter the outcome," he said, acknowledging the importance of marking the occasion. Even as the celebrations unfolded, Hemmer remained realistic about the demands of his job. "None of this is really going to slow down," he admitted, pointing to the constant flow of important stories both in the U.S. and abroad. For Hemmer, the work never truly ends, but that's part of what he loves about his career. Colleagues and fans alike celebrated Hemmer's milestone, praising his professionalism, dedication, and kindness. "We love you," his co-workers exclaimed, reflecting the respect and admiration he's earned throughout his career. For Hemmer, The birthday was a moment to reflect on his journey, even as he prepared for the next big story. Bill Hemmer, today. As of now, Bill Hemmer remains unmarried and has not publicly shared any updates about his dating life since his split from Dara Tomanovic. His focus seems to be on his career and his commitment to journalism. This choice to focus on his career rather than marriage has sparked plenty of speculation. Is it the relentless demands of live reporting, or perhaps a preference for keeping certain aspects of his life private? Whatever the reason, Bill's commitment to journalism speaks volumes about where his priorities lie. As Bill Hemmer continues to cover the stories that shape our world, his journey serves as a reminder that success often comes from dedication, courage, and a willingness to step into the unknown. For a man who has seen the world through so many lenses, his work and his life remain as fascinating as ever. What do you think drives Bill Hemmer's success the most? His adrenaline-fueled energy, his disciplined routine, or his passion for storytelling? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more such stories.